Another episode of Badass or Bust, using equipment as not intended. This is one video that Beth's found on the internet, and it's a leg press, but this isn't a leg press. This is a
single leg step down.
There you go, single leg step down. Push. It'll be a single leg push
rather
down,
than step down that you do with a weight in your hand like that.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean by
down
step down.
with your leg.
Yeah, so it's a leg press.
Sort of.
Semantics. Anyway, this isn't a leg press machine. This is an assisted dip or assisted pull-up machine. So typically, you would use this like so. You rest yourself on the plate, and the weight is adjusted on the machine, and it takes weight off of your body to make the pull-up easier. So you can slowly progress and go into a pull-up. So Beth is going to demonstrate on how to do this lovely leg press.
It works.
Because I worked it really hard doing those 3 pull-ups.
I'm not sure what weight is going to work. I've just gone somewhere in the middle.
That's fine. We'll test it out. So, quite a high step for Beth, but still very manageable. A high step isn't necessarily a bad thing, because the higher she goes, the more she's going to stretch out her glute, which means that that's going to work harder. And again, more of a deeper movement we get in our quad. Movement is always good. If you can do deep movements on a safe exercise, I'd recommend it. If you're throwing 200 kilos over your head, I'll maybe not recommend you going into a super deep squat. But something like this, where it's a lovely and controlled exercise, I think that's quite cool.
Someone like me that cannot get the range of movement on something like your standard leg press, because I'm short, I've got short legs.
Oh, true, yeah.
I can't get the weight in. I've got the range of movement, but the machine won't let me.
The machine doesn't actually close low enough.
It's quite nice to be able to get my leg that close to my body.
That's cool. This is a two-fold.
To get that stretch.
This is using equipment not as intended, and a short girl gym. So, how many reps did you do?
6.
6. How'd that feel?
Good. I did feel a stretch in my glutes.
Okay, should we draw a little bit heavier?
I'm going to do the other leg.
Oh, go on and make it even. Then I'll try heavier on my leg.
I'm doing it nice and slow and controlled as well.
Yep, why not?
To make sure it's under pressure that entire time.
Basically, as mentioned, the whole idea of this episode, or these style of episodes, is first of all, badass or bust. Is this exercise good or not, or in our opinion? And second part of this is using equipment not as intended, which sometimes you see at the gym, and you see really unique methods of training, which aren't always practical. Sometimes they are, a lot of the time they're not. This is an exercise I've seen a few people do here. I've never had a chance to try it. Beth found the video, and I thought, why the hell, let's see if there's actually some merit to the exercise. So let's go heavier then. Let's add, so it's at 27, let's go up to 41. It's a big chunk heavier. I'm taller, so it's not going to be as deep of a range of movement for me, but still, knees above hips, still quite deep. And you know what? That's not too bad. And there's one thing that is nice. You can lean forward a little bit more, get a little bit more glutes going on. You can go for a narrow movement, or if you wanted to, you could literally just take your body wider and go for a single leg sumo. It's working my quads. Yeah. I don't feel it much in my glutes, but I don't have great glute connection anyway.
That might be because you're taller as well. I'm getting a little bit further of a stretch.
True. I could on if I can lean forward and do more of a glute movement, and not much more. But the nice thing about it is you've got a multitude of handles to hold.
Depending on your height,
depending on your height, yeah. I think I prefer these handles.
The only thing with a machine like this is obviously this one specifically only goes up to around 68 kilos.
Yeah.
You could probably push it to 70 with the added weight.
Yeah, with the extra little add-on here that you guys can't see.
But obviously, a lot of people will probably be able to do heavier than that on your standard single leg.
Like I definitely think I could max this out, but that isn't always needed. We can do a rep and a half for extra pump, or we can just focus on really slow eccentric and explode. And it's a really nice way of doing an explosive movement and generating power in the movement. I wouldn't say it wouldn't replace a walking lunge for me, or a single leg lunge. Definitely not, but as an accessory exercise to get a little extra pump in your quads or something like that, I think that's a really good exercise.
Quite like it. I can understand why people do it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
and for someone like me personally, we've had this conversation a million times. These handles for pull-ups, not good.
No,
not comfortable. They're made of rubber. They're so thick, it's hard to hold them.
Yep.
So if you're actually using it for its designated purpose, it actually becomes quite difficult to use. Yeah. Because of the handles.
Yeah, as we did in a different episode. The Smith machine is a great pull-up alternative for those that are shorter or just smaller hands in general, because the bar is nicer. Whereas these handles, they are chunky, and also they're quite wide. So for someone that isn't as broad, like even I think that's quite a wide grip. That one's nice, but I think these are quite wide grip, especially if I was new to doing pull-ups. It's not as bad for me. I can do pull-ups, but I know clients that aren't as good, struggle with the width on this. So I tend to stick to other bits of kit.
And because of that, some people won't reach to this for its intended purpose anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So I think misusing this equipment for single leg press, or whatever we want to call it, I'd say that's a boom, badass. I think that's a 10 out of 10.
I like it.
Yeah, good, easy.
Cool.